Hello, gorgeous Capricorns. I am so happy to be here with you for your July 2021 readings. I'm Emma. Hello. I have been simmering in Capricorn energy for a little while before I press record, and I'm going to bring forward the message for July that I really felt for Cappies. And then as we progress into this video, I will pull another card just to layer that conversation, and towards the end I will pull one card for a relationship. The theme that I got for Capricorn in July is trusting yourself. And I do believe through July, you will find, Capricorn, that you are seeing clearly. You are seeing clearly. And maybe it's going to feel like you are seeing with almost like this crystal clarity in ways that you haven't felt for months. I feel like it's going to be very clear vision for you. And with that, you may find that you're seeing what you want, you're seeing what you don't want, you're seeing how you've grown, you're seeing yourself. And through all this sight, there will also be something going on with you where you are realizing in deeper ways that you can trust in yourself. I know that you may have had experiences in the past, as all of us have had, where you may have doubted your decision making. Have I made the right choice? I thought I was seeing clearly, and then this thing happened. I believed in this, and then this thing happened, and things didn't go to plan. And perhaps you felt like you believed in something and saw something a certain way, and then when it didn't go that way, it really knocked your confidence in being able to trust your own decision making and trust that you're good at this and trust in what comes next. And I feel like what's going on with you in July is just reframing and reworking the way you trust yourself. So it's not that you're necessarily going to get all the details right all the time, but that there are transformations happening in you where you begin to trust yourself in this process, where you begin to trust going out into the world and taking some risks and doing things differently, and trusting that no matter the outcome, you're going to be okay. You know that you're going to be able to use your experiences and evolve them and transmute them into creating what you want to be experiencing. And I feel like there is a lot going on with you that is sort of sealing in self-esteem, sealing in self-confidence, sealing in self-trust, but in ways that you haven't had it before. And I just feel like this is going to make you so much more powerful, because in the past, you may have been trusting yourself, but almost trusting the outside circumstances, like trusting the outside world to deliver, trusting the outside, all these things out of your control will somehow go the way you want it to. And I feel like this is different. This is trusting that you have the capacity, trusting that you are capable, trusting that you have everything you need to be able to create. And I also felt when I was tuning into you that you might actually be having to make some really big decisions in July. Like, decision making came up quite big for you. Making very big choices and very big decisions that at times the reason you might doubt yourself and you might feel unsure is because there may be some element of loss to your decision. Now, don't get scared. This isn't terrible loss. This is more like, so if you want to leave one job and go to another job, you have got the loss of the current job, right? You've got the loss of the colleagues, you've got the loss of the comfort, you've got the loss of, I know what I'm doing in this job and I'm risking it all to go to somewhere completely different, and I don't know what I'm going to gain yet. It might be that you're walking out of certain friendships and you're going, okay, I'm leaving these friendships, and that's a loss because I am yet to fill the gap that they have created in my life if I walk away from them. It could also be if you're considering a location move, there will be an element of loss of saying goodbye to this established familiar environment and taking a risk and going into something unknown. And it does feel like that. It feels like the loss is swapping the known for the unknown, and that might make you say, oh my god, am I doing the right thing? Am I making the right decision? And I feel like the way that you guys perceive the world, the way that you can really go quite deep with your perception, you've got this incredible perception, and you know, occasionally that transmutes into overthinking, right? I feel like with the way your mind works, you're not really going to miss a lot here, right? You're not going to miss the little details. You've got them covered. And whilst there are elements of unknowing in everything, if anybody has gone in and out of it 1,000 times and gone over all the details, it's you, Cappy. So you kind of will be seeing very clearly there's nothing you're missing. At least nothing you're missing that you could have known. Yeah. But it might require, July might require you to actually take action on that which you're seeing. And it does feel like that action on that which you're seeing and what you're feeling and what you're knowing. And there is a call to action in July, and it does require you to trust yourself, even if you don't know what happens next. And so for me, there's movement, right? There's movement for Capricorn in July. There's stuff happening. There is big life change happening for you that isn't happening to you. You know, this isn't happening to you. This is something you are choosing for yourself. And I think this is really bold and really beautiful, because so much in life is out of our control. There is so much that just happens that we have to sort of just make the best of. And this isn't that. This is Capricorn choosing. This is Capricorn seeing clearly and making a decision and changing the way that you're living your life. And it might be that you are exchanging one version of your life for another version. And you can trust that this is a great decision for you. You have gone through it in all the details. There's nothing else. There's nothing more to know before you go in. The rest, all the further information, all the experience comes from taking the step into the new world. And once you're there, the living of it will give you more answers, and then you'll be able to make more decisions as you go. But it does feel like quite a big month for trusting yourself and asking yourself, what does that look like for me? How do I feel about trusting my decisions? Where has it been knocked in the past? And how do I need to evolve it now so that I do feel more confident in myself? You know, I feel like those questionings are going to be really helpful to say, okay, I have made errors in judgment. I can't get everything right. How do I avoid the desperate disappointment I've experienced in the past by building myself up now to have a different perception of this so that I can go forward, that I can trust myself in new ways? What are those new ways for me? And I feel like life will really be throwing those questions at you in July, but that this is gorgeous and this is brilliant, because it's just going to be inflating you and strengthening you and making you even bigger so that you can create that which you want. And so this is a powerful month for you, really. I don't know what the astrology is, but it seems like it's working very much in your favor to be able to go forward and keep going forward. This isn't about just taking a step into a new world, but taking a step into a new world and continue creating. And I imagine whatever you develop through July is going to really support your momentum, so that when you hit that conflict point of saying, okay, something might not be moving forward the way I want, how can I use that? How can I change it? How can I still move forward? This isn't about coming up against obstacles and stopping and retracting or leaving or abandoning the idea. This is about, developing such a beautiful sense of self that as you hit obstacles, you know how to use them to carry on. And so this is like the beginning of some really big long-term life creations for you, Cap. And I feel really excited about that. I feel like this is just what you need. And so big decision making in July, because you're seeing clearly. Because you're seeing clearly, and that which you see, you cannot unsee. And yes, you might be exchanging some life for another part of life. You might experience that you've got to walk away from some things in order to gain the new things. But whatever's happening for you in July is going to make you feel incredibly capable of doing that. So if I pull one card just to layer that, I mean, we've got the Queen of Swords there. And I mean, she is the ultimate I see clearly lady. Do you know, like, she is seeing clearly. But what's very important about the Queen of Swords is that she honors what she sees. She doesn't try and talk herself out of it. She isn't trying to convince herself out of it. Occasionally, she likes to layer it with some more facts. But she knows what she's seeing. She believes in her vision. She can trust in her vision. This isn't so much, I want to say, this isn't so much about trusting just your intuition, okay? Because sometimes we trust our intuition, but the outside circumstances don't confirm it, right? And we're having to take this risk on intuition without anything on the outside giving anything away. Like, this is not just about trusting your intuition, but trusting what you can see. Trusting what you can see and what you can feel and what you can know. This is about trusting that, trusting your vision. And I feel like with the Queen of Swords here, we're just confirming that you are going to be creating kingdoms. I mean, this is a monarch. You are creating kingdoms. You are owning your clarity. You are moving forward with your decision making, and you're trusting yourself, not because you know everything, not because you've got it all figured out, but because you can trust in yourself to move with life and to keep seeing clearly. That you can trust in your clarity today, tomorrow, and next week. So this is really, I think you're going to feel really good that you can see clearly. I feel like this is going to, that alone is going to really empower you, Cap. Do you know, like, that alone is going to make you feel like, okay, I feel like me again. I feel lighter. I feel more energetic. I feel, you know, that those creative vibes really pulsating through your body. I feel like you are going to feel better than you have in recent months. It's like the fog has cleared. So that alone is you feeling good, great, better than you've been feeling for months and months and months. And I feel like you're going to feel like you've arrived and that you're ready. So whatever it is that you've been waiting to feel, I feel like July is a month that really brings that for you. And I feel like a lot of the solutions and the options to some of your questions, trying to steer away from answers, trying to not use the word answers. So let's say you've had a lot of questions about yourself and various areas of your life and how you want to be evolving them. July brings possible options and possible solutions for you, and it all comes through trusting yourself to make the decision. So, you know, I don't feel like it's necessarily going to be one clear option for everything. There might be lots of options, but you will know which one you want to choose. There's a very big confidence of choice happening with you. And I think this is a great thing. I feel like for that alone, July is going to be really good for you because you are going to be feeling a fuller version of you. And then we're just using that fuller version to make some really big, bold, brilliant decisions. So obviously we can apply this to relationship. I'm going to pull a card for a relationship. As I say in all my readings at the moment, you know, like, this conversation does apply to relationship. Human beings are very, you know what I mean, we have relationships with everything. So if you are curious as to how this applies to your relationships through July, I would say you can trust you're seeing clearly. I know that when we're in relationship, we question our judgment because we've had disappointing experiences, right? And I think for you, Cap, you can trust that you are seeing clearly. If there are things there making you uncomfortable, it is time to talk about those things because you're not crazy. You know, you're not crazy. You know, maybe you've been gaslighted in the past and now you feel like you've been crazy for the things that you have seen, and the things that you have felt. And I feel like this is a time where you can say, I'm not crazy. I am seeing clearly. I am seeing something that's uncomfortable, and I'm bringing it up for conversation. And I feel like if your relationship experiences are really good and really great and really beautiful, you can trust that you are seeing that clearly. Now, it doesn't guarantee what comes next. It doesn't guarantee what's going to happen in a month or a year, but what's happening now for you, that is clear. And it might be that both are true. It might be you're seeing things that are uncomfortable and you're seeing things that are great. And that is the clarity. That is clear. It's not that one outdoes the other or one takes away from the other. It's that both are true. But I just feel like when it comes to relationship, you're seeing clearly, and it's okay to make decisions for yourself inside relationship that are reflective of the way you're seeing. But what I love is I have pulled the 6 of Cups for relationship. And so though, you know, this is really sweet and really beautiful. You know, this is our pleasure card. It's our bliss. It's our really, I mean, it's really our, you know, stop and smell the roses kind of thing. And I think, you know, that which is good is real. If you're not making that up in relationship, you know, if you're seeing the goodness and you're seeing the greatness, you are safe to believe in what you're seeing. It doesn't mean that everything's guaranteed. That is the scariest thing about going into relationship, whether you are in one already, whether you're dating, or whether you're waiting for something new and that's bubbling for you in July. There are no guarantees of what comes next, but what is happening now is real. If you are experiencing pleasure and comfort and fun and laughter and sexiness and goodness and togetherness, that's real. You are seeing clearly. And you are always seeing with the most clarity when you are feeling good, whether that is calm or contented or relaxed or excited or enthusiastic and passionate. If you're anywhere on the joy spectrum, you are seeing clearly. And I think when it comes to relationships in July, I would suggest that this is a time when you are beginning to trust yourself inside a relationship, trust your decision making, trust your experiences, trust that you are safe to navigate this, that you're safe to enjoy it when it's good, and you're safe to call it out when it's not. When it's not up to standard, you are safe to call that out. And it does feel like you will be called throughout July to own your clarity in relationship. And it's through the owning of this that you will see your relationships evolve. So this isn't about talking yourself in and out of things. This isn't about swaying back and forth. This is saying, right now I believe this, I'm going to trust this, and I'm going to talk about it. And I know through the talking about it, whether it's good or whether it's uncomfortable, I know if I own that and talk about it, that alone will get the relationship moving. It will allow it to grow, and it will allow me to grow inside of it. And so actually relationships might be a big thing for you this month. They might be a big thing. They might be calling for communication. It might be calling you to communicate what you're feeling and then develop the trust that way. You know, develop the trust in yourself through actually speaking up and speaking your feelings and speaking your ideas and speaking what you want. And you may find some incredibly uplifting evolvements. Is that a word? Evolvements, transformations, and growth and becoming, the more that you listen to you, the more that you trust you. And I feel like you have lots of opportunities to practice this throughout July. So it's all about you this month, Cap. It's all about you. The spotlight is on you. And I think you're going to come out of July feeling so much more empowered. So this is a really good month for you. This is your becoming month. All months are becoming months, but this is a very big becoming month for you. And I do feel like you're going to feel stronger and firmer, and that your feet are very planted on the ground as you walk out of July and into August. So it's a good month for you. This is a readying. And whenever there's a readying, it's always for something. So, you know, it's going to be good. That's all I've got for now. So if you want to join me on Patreon, you're very welcome. I'd love to have you there. I post a little something every day. That's my little community. Come and join me. And I will be back for August readings. You can book in with me for one-to-ones through my website. And until then, I will see you next month. Have a great July. See you later.